Welcome to Alan Colmes Versus, where we discuss some of the more controversial things said in the recent news cycle on both traditional and digital media. The epitome of what we like to call around here fair and balanced. Joining me today from Los Angeles, Chairman and General Counsel of Freedom Watch, Larry Klayman. Welcome, Larry. Do you think it's
Good afternoon, Alan.
Nice, thanks for being here. Do you think it's appropriate that Donald Trump wants a judge off his case because of his Mexican heritage?
The issue is not his Mexican heritage, number one.
Well,
the issue is whether the judge is fair and balanced. This is Fox News' motto. And I can tell you, I started Judicial Watch back in 1994 because I saw judges who would wear their ethnic heritage or their religious heritage or their political heritage on their sleeve. So we don't pick judges in the right way, Alan. We can agree on that. Through political patronage, particularly on the federal bench like this judge.
That's not what Trump is talking about. Trump specifically said he's Mexican. He didn't argue about anything else other than he's of Mexican heritage. Actually, he's not Mexican. He's American, born in Indiana. That wasn't Trump's argument, what you're saying. It was he's Mexican. Is that appropriate?
I think Trump didn't express it very well articulately. This judge is reportedly a member of La Raza, which is a supremacist Latino group.
Well, actually, let me correct you.
Non-Latinos
let me correct that.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Okay. Are inferior. Okay. I was attacked by somebody from La Raza a number of years ago in La Cañada when I gave a speech. And I'm not anti-Latino. I've represented Cubans in Miami. The Latino community loves me.
All right, but
so
Larry,
this has nothing to do with that.
You sound like Trump. The Latino
what
community.
I'm saying is
wait a minute.
Judge can be influenced.
He's not a member of the National Council of La Raza, as reported by a conservative website, Red State. He's a member of La Raza Lawyers of California, a different organization than the National Council of La Raza. He's not a member of the group that you're citing as a far left-wing group. He's a member of Latino Lawyers
related to La Raza.
They're not.
Which is related to La Raza.
They're not related.
And what I'm saying is this, Alan.
Separate group.
Well, I believe they are in all due
respect.
They're not. Okay. Here's the issue. Here's the issue. Is that what Trump was trying to say, and I'm not defending him, but I'm not attacking him either, is that judges can be influenced by their heritage, by their nationality, by their religion, by their politics. I see this every single day.
All right,
and years ago, Alan, you got a copy of my book, Whores, Why and How I Came to Fight the Establishment. I came upon a judge named Denny Chin in the Southern District of New York. I was at that time exposing the Chinagate scandal. I was on with you and Sean on Hannity and Colmes all the time. And I asked this judge, because he ruled against my private client. It was a private case. I said, did you have contact with John Wong? It became very controversial. Bill Clinton and the Democrats accused me of being anti-Chinese. I had Chinese clients.
But that doesn't relate to the Trump issue, Larry.
Now, the judge,
using that argument, you couldn't have a black judge on affirmative action. You couldn't have a woman judge having to adjudicate an abortion issue. If we were to follow Trump logic, we'd have to then eliminate from any case having to do with any ethnicity or gender, any member of that ethnicity or gender, correct?
That's not my logic, and I'm telling you my logic. I think what Trump meant to say was that this judge is likely biased against him because of his stand on immigration and his stand on building a wall. And that may help explain. He should have said it that way. It was not said the right way. But the reality is, Alan, is that we pick judges. They're not trained to be judges. They're like Dr. Strangelove on the bench. And I see it every single day.
That's a different argument. We can argue how we pick judges, but Donald Trump, who would like to be President of the United States, is saying this guy should not adjudicate my case because he's of Mexican heritage. And then it also says, I'm going to get my Attorney General to go after Hillary Clinton to use his presidency as a fiefdom. This is somebody who doesn't seem to understand the judicial process in this country.
We can deal with Hillary Clinton. We don't understand the judicial process either, because if the Justice Department, of which I'm a proud alumnus, although I left it because I didn't see that it was meting out justice, but instead injustice. I started my own Justice Department, Judicial Watch, and now Freedom Watch. The reality here is that the Justice Department is highly politicized either way. And the fact that Hillary Clinton is not indicted thus far is because the Obama Justice Department is running interference for her.
But a president of the United States can't say
I'm not a great fan. I'm not a great fan of the impartiality of the Justice Department.
All right, but a president can't say, go after Jeff Bezos because I don't like what the Washington Post is doing. Go after Hillary Clinton because I think she should be in jail. That's not what a president should do, correct?
I agree with you, and I also agree on the other hand that President Obama should not have intervened in various judicial cases. I've got a client in Nevada, Klayman Bundy, who has been indicted for 17 counts. He's the rancher who stood off the government when they used excessive force. Harry Reid wanted to take away the land. He got his own hand-picked BLM director in there, Bureau of Land Management, take it away. And let me tell you something. And in that particular instance, you have a Justice Department highly politicized, which has indicted my client.
We're getting a little off the issue. We don't have time to talk about
position.
Klayman Bundy. We're talking about a guy who wants to be president, wanting to use the Justice Department as his private fiefdom, and going after a judge for Mexican heritage. You have to acknowledge that it's inappropriate. You said he didn't say it right. If he can't articulate that properly, should he even be president?
Well, I think maybe he needs a course in articulation, and certainly Hillary Clinton needs the same thing. I agree, Alan. You know, I believe that we need to address the basic issue here, and that is that our judges, most of them that are on the bench, are politicized. Many of them are incompetent. Some of them are totally corrupt, particularly in the federal system. They're good ones.
Well, that's a different
like
argument than if someone's saying he should be recused from my
But they're very few and far between. They're very few and far between. And we need to get judges who are impartial. And the fact that this judge, has some link to a Latino activist organization.
There's no evidence of that.
Explain
He's a member of
his
Latino
unfair decision. Oh, there's lots of evidence of it.
He's a member of
lots
Latino
of
lawyer group, not the National Council of La Raza. But Larry, I thank you very much as always. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very much for talking to us here. And be sure to check out freedomwatch.org. I'm Alan Colmes. Thanks for watching.